On this episode of The Last Ordinary Man.
This right now is ready to cave in on top of me. I'm actually in a danger zone, so I'm going to try to fucking get out of here. This is the other piece of shit that I got to deal with. And how the fuck am I going to get all of this stuff up there? Look at this. This is shady as fuck. Oh shit. Oh, okay, that vine is not leverage. This is fucking dangerous, man. I'm actually scared, but what can I do? Not even here 5 minutes, I'm bleeding. Hey guys, let me show you what I meant about breaking off the pole. Literally snap the pole right off. So that part of the pole is now useless. I don't think the owner's going to be very happy when I tell him that we give away his canoe. But you know what? Fuck him. I don't know if you can see this embankment behind me, but this is what I gotta climb up. This at the very top, you see this very ledge. That's where the level of the water was the last time. It was like literally a couple inches from the top. This right now is ready to cave in on top of me. I'm actually in a danger zone, so I'm gonna try to fucking get out of here, because on the way up on the boat ride I literally saw embankments collapsing like in real time. I got a 25-pound suitcase that's containing mostly batteries and camera gear, a limited supply of water, and how the fuck am I gonna get all of this stuff up there? I really don't know. It's literally a struggle to get up there by myself without breaking an ankle. But I'm gonna try, because what else can I fucking do? I'm here. Look at this. This is shady as fuck. At any time. Oh shit! Look at this. It's collapsing already as soon as I step on it. At any given time, this whole fucking embankment can collapse on top of me. And I'm wearing fucking flip-flops. I thought I could get into the camp and then change into my boots. This is fucking dangerous, man. I'm actually scared, but what can I do? Oh, okay, that vine is not leverage. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm not exaggerating. This is shady as fuck. You got vines that are literally just snapping as soon as I fucking push on them. I thought it would be a lot easier go coming here in the dry season. You know, less bugs. I was promised a beach. I don't know how the fuck I'm getting up there. And I don't know how the hell I'm gonna drag my shit up there, but I definitely won't be filming it, that's for sure, with a GoPro in my fucking hand. Oh my god. You were kidding me, right? Look at this shit. Look at this. Watch. This shit's gonna crumble as soon as I grab onto it. The whole embankment is collapsing literally as we speak. Like literally, I don't know how I'm getting up there. Guys, I'm 5 minutes in and I'm literally fucked. There's no other way to describe it. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do here? Look, this is where my encampment, my shelter used to be. All of it, all the trees, the tree that I fucking tied my hammock to, I built my roof, that's there. It's all gone. There's no beach. Man, this is going to be a shit show. Okay guys, I promised you that I was going to be here for the full 3 days, and I'm going to do it. I don't know how. There's no cheat code for this, literally. I don't know, man. I'm gonna, okay, first priority is I gotta get my gear up here. I don't know how, but somehow, somewhere, sometime, I'm gonna drag my gear up here. I don't know how. You know, this is gonna be crap. Which means I'm basically gonna use about 90%, maybe even 100% of my energy just to get my kit up on that embankment there. And then what? Then I have no energy to build a shelter. So I don't know. I'm at a loss for words now, folks. Like I don't know. I'm literally fucked. Like, I thought this would be an easier go, but it's gonna be 10 times worse. Guys, I got up the goddamn hill. What I did is I literally put my knee in the soft kind of dried mud there, and I grabbed onto this tree or a branch or whatever you want to fucking call it. I grabbed on it and I pulled myself up. Right, just look at the devastation. Oh man, this isn't good. Like literally, when like I could even see some of the trees I chopped down for building materials, you know, but everything here is new. It's like all the stuff I had cleared out, my little camping area, my fire, my hammock was down there, and literally all just collapsed and it took the trees with it. So man, I'm gonna just see if there's any viable place for me to build a shelter. And man, it's gonna take everything out of me. Like, look at this shit. Look at this shit I gotta deal with. Like, can you get any more spines? Possibly. Look at this shit. Wow. Okay. There's no guarantee if I, you see these big cracks in the ground here? If I build my shelter here, there's no guarantee that in 2 days it could just collapse. And I can go down fucking a 30-foot drop into the river there. Look, I don't know if you can see where the canoe is, but it's 30 feet fucking down below me, man. So I'm gonna take some time and try to figure this out and figure what the fuck I'm gonna do in the next 3 days. This ain't gonna be fun, guys, but I'm doing it for you. Okay, I found an opening here. It seems kind of stable, as in there's only very small cracks in the soil, meaning that erosion hasn't gotten to this part yet. Problem is, fucking stuck in a bunch of vines. If I could somehow manage to get my gear up to here, There might be. Okay, so I see one tree here that looks like it's going to stay there for at least a few days. But I don't see a second tree to tie off. Look at this. Look at these big cracks. Can you see that? Like an earthquake. It means this whole embankment is ready to fall into the river. So I might have to even go further back. It's soft, it's like it feels like a sponge. Oh man. This is crap, like absolute crap. Like I have nothing. I'm here. Guy's not coming back until Monday. We're Saturday. So Saturday, all day Sunday, and Monday. And there's no signal. So even if I want to call him, I can't get a hold of him. Oh my God. You know something, guys? I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. This is exactly where I built my shelter the last time. There's a big tree here, and you see all the palm trees or the palm leaves. Look, I'm gonna prove it to you right now that this is where I was. I'll prove it. Okay, look. I'm gonna be able to take these. Look. Okay, so if a palm tree caved over, it wouldn't be broken off. But I can like literally pull all of these palm trees, all of these palm leaves, branches. I can pull them all off. Look, nothing's attached. Look, that's where I had my shelter. That's where I had my shelter. And look at that big tree that had like literally massive tree. Like it's like 4 or 5 feet on the round. That's where I tied my hammock to. Shit. That's where I tied my hammock to. And back there's a clearing, and all these trees have fell down. Not only am I starting from zero, I'm going to use all my energy to take up my gear off the quote-unquote beach, and I have no shelter. I have nothing. Yeah, this is where it was the last time. It's gone. Everything's gone. So what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm not gonna lie to you, I just want to fucking find some shade and just go to sleep, because I'm pissed right the fuck off. Because what I thought would be a slightly easier challenge than the last time turned out to kick me in the ass. Not even here 5 minutes, I'm bleeding. Literally just brushed past something and I cut my arm open. Did I tell you this is going to be a fucking shit show? Okay guys, this is it. I finally hauled in my gear. It took about an hour. I'm completely spent. Okay guys, we're back. Here I am with my rusty machete. Kind of janky, but that's all I got. So the plan is to clear out my my little camp here. Okay, I got the bug net up. Semi-successful, except I cut a little hole for the rope to go through, but it really didn't kind of line up with the trees. So now you got the big gaping holes here. But I think I got a plan to fix it. I don't know if you can see this really good, but I got about 2 or 3 meters of vine, and I sharpened the tip. So I'm gonna see if this works. Plan is to try to close up some of the gaps. The plan is, I know I'm not going to keep all the bugs out, but if I can keep most of them out, I'll consider it a win. Okay, I think that might have worked. It definitely did close that gaping hole, which I could shove 2 fists through. Now the problem is, I can't really close this down, because if I close this up, when I put pressure on the hammock, if I straighten it out, it's literally going to break it. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Alright, well, I did the best I can to shore up these holes. Which is only going to rip more when I get in the hammock, but you know, I can only do what I can only do. Okay, so got a fire going. That's at least one positive thing. Man, it's so hot. I lowered myself down the embankment there, and just next to the canoe, I'll show you. It's a long way down. So I lowered myself down just to get in the water, just to crawl in, just to get some of the heat off me. And I could have died, literally, because as soon as I stepped off, I figured I'd be in like a foot, maybe, of water. Well, it's more like 2 feet. And when my foot touched the bottom, it was loose mud, and I sank about 1 meter. And I didn't know how I was going to get up out of it, because it like kind of sucked me down. And it was like pure suction. I like literally just pulled my leg, and it wasn't coming up. Had I had jumped off the canoe, I would have been dead. There's no ands, ifs, or buts, because I sank up to my chest in mud, but I only had one leg in the water. My other was still in the canoe. So I hurt my groin, possibly even pulled it, because I was doing the Van Dam with one leg up on the canoe and the other one stuck in the mud. So I literally lowered myself down, keeping the canoe as an anchor point, and I was literally with all my force able to push enough to get my leg up out of the mud so I could literally grab it and lift it out. And it was scary, I'm gonna tell you. Like, had I went feet first, both feet first, I would have sank, and there's no way I was getting out of that mud, like literally. So that being said, I literally I got on my hands and knees and I crawled in just enough just to get some water over my back and my head, and I could still feel my hands kind of sinking down. But because I had my I was crawling, I had more of my body distributed over a greater area. I'm not trying to get all scientific on you, but basically there wasn't just one point of contact and I go straight down. I had 4 points of contact, so it kind of evenly distributed my weight. And I sank down about 6 inches or so, but I was able to cool off. But then to get up over that bank, I had to literally pull myself up and got all kind of mud, and I got all kinds of shit, flies or whatever it is, sticking to me. But I mean, yeah, I'm filthy dirty. So That's that. So the sun finally started to set. I couldn't go out and fish just because it was just too much heat, just ridiculous amount of heat. It seems like I traded one challenge for another. Before it was hot, but it wasn't overwhelming. Too many ants, too many mosquitoes. This time it's hardly any ants. There's a few, but yeah, there's mosquitoes, but nothing like it was before. I'd say 5% of what it was in the rainy season. But the weird thing is here in this part of Peru, we're actually in summer, and the other parts of Peru are in winter. So yeah, it's like in Lima, it's in winter. Here in Iquitos, we're in the summer. And so the heat is just insupportable. So it's about 4:30, and I'm quite exhausted. But I decided, you know what, whatever. I'll spend the last hour and a half out on the boat. I didn't bring a spare battery, and I got about 10%. So I'm gonna shut it down and stay out here for a bit. And if I hook anything and catch it, I'll bring you guys in as soon as I get it on the boat. Well, he's not huge. Catfish. Looky. Well, guys, I caught 2 fish. Not very big, but they'll do. I got the fire going. I'm gonna get these on a skewer and put them in, but unfortunately it's too dark. You won't be able to see me eat them. But it's probably going to be my last fish because I snagged the bottom and snapped my pole in half. Great start for number 1, but I'll leave you guys with this parting shot. I don't know if you can see it. The ferry going by and the sunset. Well, good morning, everyone. Day 2. Not gonna lie, last night was a complete shit show. Problem is I stayed out a little bit too long on the river, and it was getting dark fast. So I was in a rush to get in, and I decided to cast out the line one more time as I'm canoeing in, and I snagged a log. And then I kind of panicked because I spent a couple of minutes fucking around trying to get it out, and it wouldn't. I tried going back the other way, and it was stuck. And I was like, well, now I'm anchored to the bottom here. I didn't bring out my knife because I'm an idiot to cut it loose, and I had no way of getting off. So I was like, okay, well, I need to get back in because it's getting dark, and once it gets dark, I'm not gonna get back up over the ravine. So, you know, I was just like, just trying to jerk it out of there, you know, just from different directions, and it snapped my rod in half. I don't know if I'm going to have much more luck fishing without an actual fishing pole. the other bit of it is about 3 o'clock in the morning, it decided that it was just gonna downpour like crazy, and I didn't have a overhead top, no shelter, because I just didn't have the energy to do it. So I had a little piece of ground tarp that I used to cover my camera gear and stuff, batteries, you know, knapsack, whatever, just so it doesn't get wet. You know, my clothes don't get wet. So the guy literally just threw it over the bug net above, and it worked, but it was too late. It was dark, and by the time I got it all out, got my gear in and stuff, I was already soaked, and it sucked. Well, it's about 10 a.m. I gotta get my ass in gear, get some stuff done. It's just so freaking hot. I really am not motivated to do anything. It's too hot to go out and fish. My devices are starting to overheat. I got so many fly bites on my ass. It's yeah, it'd be really nice to have some breakfast, but I think that's out of the cards. Everything you do here costs energy, literally walking around, and especially when you're in this environment when it's about 37 degrees Celsius. You're sweating, you're losing salts, nutrients, water. Everything you do, even the littlest thing, multiplies the amount of energy you're using. It's just a multiplication factor. A basic task of just trying to cut down a tree or something to build a shelter, it's just not worth it, really. That's one of the reasons why I haven't built a shelter yet. I learned the hard way the last time. The exorbitant amount of energy that your body will consume energy and sweat out water and salts is literally energy that you could be using to you know, cut down heart of palm, or find some edible berries, or just scavenge, you know, for anything, nuts or anything like that, that you can get some energy that's going to be cost efficient. Fishing, fortunately, is probably the most cost efficient source of energy that you can obtain. Oh, I got the fire going, the pot's on, because if I catch a fish, I'm going to roast them, and then whatever I don't eat with the bones and stuff, skin, I'm going to throw in there and make a nice broth to drink. So that's why I got the pot on there. So folks, this is what I'm left with. Half a fishing rod. Might work, who knows, but that's all I got right now. I got my bait on, I got my half of a fishing pole. Let's fucking go. Well, I went out a little too far, and the current dragged me down about half a kilometer, and I managed to get it to stop on this little log here. So I cast the line out. Hopefully I can get a fish, and it's going to be worth the effort, because it's going to be hard to sneak around that rubble and get up to where my camp is. It'd be easier if I could get in closer to the shore, but I got to go all around all that shit that's in the center there, and right there the current is pretty strong, so I'm my work cut out for me to get back to where I need to be. But for now, I'm just going to fish, see what happens. snagged the line again and it snapped off. Like you got like literally 50 meters of shoreline that just absolutely crumbles and just goes into nothing, and then the river carries it all away. We're talking 50-year-old trees. The river doesn't care. It'll take away whatever. Just the devastation. I mean, what happens is at the top of that ridge line, you see, that was, the river was above that. The river was above that and inland. And after a couple of months of it being soaking in the water, it's just really delicate. And then when the river recedes, it literally just crumbles and just falls down, and then the river just washes it all away. Like you look at these trees, I don't know if you can see that with the whole roots just uprooted. And they snapped off all along this ridge line. All of these trees gone. Like some of them are giant. Look, oh, there's an eagle. You see the eagle? Look at that. It's a small one. Oh, look, there's a pair. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but there's a couple of eagles there. See if we get closer. Okay, guys, that was an exercise in futility. Not only did I snap off another line and another hook, then I also wasted probably 1,000 calories between me sweating profusely, fighting the current, just to get back up to the camp empty-handed. So really kind of, yeah, it was a colossal waste of time, because like literally I didn't even get one bite when I went all over the place. I went out towards the near center of the river, and then I realized that it was carrying me down at an exponential rate. So I quickly paddled back into shore, and then from my starting point I was about half a kilometer from the base camp. So I spent about an hour and a half out there. Got sunburn on my arms, and yes, I do have long sleeve shirts. It's just too fucking hot. I can't stand it, you know. So I've got this really good bug repellent as a cream. It's called Picaderin, I think it's called. It's like better than anything else I use. It does a relatively good job of keeping the bugs off you, but as you're sweating and stuff, it you know, it only lasts like maybe an hour at best, and you have to reapply it. So yeah, I got a bit of sunburn on my arms, but whatever, I don't care about that. That's the least of my concerns. Running low on water, so I might have to bite the bullet and just start boiling some water, boil the shit out of it and just drink it. I mean, it's hydration, right? Out here, hydration is the #1 enemy. It's the silent killer. So the plan is, for the next 3 hours, I'm just going to rest in my hammock. I just can't do anything in this heat. It's not recommended. It's just you burn. If I had caught 2 or 3 fishes out there, it wouldn't have replenished the calories that I burned. But you know, I just didn't want to sit the whole day in a hammock and not do anything. I wanted to at least try, you know. But I did. I tried, and it was a colossal clusterfuck. Soup sandwich, as we used to say in the army. So I think I'm going to make one last attempt to go fishing, probably around 4:30. Give it the old college try, maybe for an hour, and then get my ass and see if I can get a couple little fish that I did like yesterday, which I gotta say definitely did make a difference. Took away the hunger pains, and it was a huge morale booster. However, as a backup, I did see some rotten coconuts on the ground, and I might cut into those before it gets too dark, and at least scrape some of the cocoa meat out of there. I don't know what you call it, just you know, cocoa meat. Does that make sense? All right, guys. I've been thinking, because I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I got two options. I'm gonna level with you guys. I'm prepared to stay here until tomorrow. Tomorrow would be day 3, until the arranged hour with the guy who owns the boat come pick me up. And absolutely no problems at all. I feel confident to make the 3 days here. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Like there's nothing to do. It's too hot. I'm sequestered to stay underneath a bunch of shady trees, and the plan was going forward to wait till about 4:30 until the sun is low enough I can go out fishing again. Come back, catch something, eat, go to bed, do nothing. You can't do anything here in the jungle when it's dark. So it gets dark around 6 p.m. So it's me just sleeping in my hammock and waiting till the next day, and then scrounge up something for breakfast, whatever, look for some stuff, forage, and then pack up my gear, wait for the guy to come get me in a boat. It's really not what I want to do, really. I will do it, and I was prepared to do it, but I'll tell you why. The guy who rented me the boat, he scammed me. And what I mean by scamming me is, I told him on the phone, because I used this guy to come out the last time, right? So I trusted him. I told him on the phone, I said, listen, I got 2 requests, aside from bring me out there. I said, I want a canoe, but I don't want one of those little rickety canoes that are like carved out of a log, okay? They're very tipsy and they leak a lot. I've used them tons of times. Haven't found one that didn't leak, okay? I don't want one of those. Secondly, I want to make sure that it's got a good center of balance. It's kind of got a flat bottom on it. It's not just rolling around in the water. And thirdly, I said, get me 2 machetes, just in case something happens and one breaks. I'm not stuck without one, okay? I said, I don't care if they're secondhand. I just want to care that they're in good status and they're sharp. So what did he bring me? He brought me one of those rickety canoes that are carved out of a log. And not only does it have 1 leak, it has 2 leaks. One in the front, one in the back, okay? So I spent just as much time fishing as bailing water, and that's just ridiculous. I had to stop every, couple of minutes and bail out water, and trying to do that and fish and manage a GoPro, just too much. So when we're coming up here, when he was towing the boat, I see that it was filling up with water, and I said, are you sure it's not leaking? And he says, no, it's just because of the waves and stuff, and we're towing it, and waves are going over the boat. Okay, all right, I trust you. And then I get in the boat and I realize it's leaking. So he fucking lied to me. So I don't want to pay this guy to come get me and all my gear. I really don't. He doesn't deserve it. He fucking lied. I pride myself on honesty above all, and an honest man is worth his weight in gold. All right, and that's a measure of your character if you're an honest person. If you lie to somebody just because you're trying to take advantage, or if you're just trying to score a quick buck because that's the only canoe he had and he figured he was going to get an extra couple hundred out of me, I don't care. You be honest. And he's literally going to pay for his mistake, literally, because I've decided that I'm going to get about another hour's rest, and about at 3 p.m. I'm going to pack up my shit. I'm going to put it in his leaky fucking canoe, and I'm going to go the 5 or 6 kilometers downstream it is to the port. So I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a little bit risky because it does leak. I will be fighting currents. Okay, so I've already measured the distance between this and the shore. It's almost 1.5 kilometers, 1,300 meters to be exact, from shore to shore. I measured it out with my drone. Okay, so the plan is for me to go until it starts pushing me downstream, and then just guiding it, you know, just using the oar as a rudder, just to kind of guide me as it's pushing me, as it's pushing me, as it's pushing me. Slowly I'll make my way over to the other end of the shore. Once I get to the other end of the shore, I'm just going to let it push me down until I get to the town, the wharf. That's it. So it's going to be cutting this not a full day, like literally it's like yeah, it's about 24 hours short. But all I was planning on doing is go fishing for an hour, wait till it gets dark, get in the hammock, sleep, next day tidy up, clean, look for breakfast, wait for the guy to come and get me the boat. It's not sitting right with me, folks, that this guy not after scamming me and lying to me, he thinks he's gonna come and overcharge me to take his piece of shit boat that leaks and recover his rusty machetes. No, he's going to pay for it, because I'm going to get to the shore and then I'm going to call that SOB. I'm going to say, you burn your own gas and you go upstream and you get your fucking canoe, because I'm leaving it here. And you got two choices. You could either take the loss on your canoe, or you can burn the fuel to come up and get it. But that's what's going to happen. That's the way it is. And it's going to teach this guy a fucking lesson. Don't fucking lie to people. Well, this is so long. I don't think I'll be back. I'm not going to lie. Well, guys, this is it. So I'm either going to sink or float. I got all my gear packed up. Most of it's ahead of me. And I'm going to try to get across to the other end of the shore there. Wish me luck. Well, guys, I see this boat and I flagged him down. Said that if he can tow us to the port, I'll give him the canoe. I'll fucking give him the canoe. I can't believe the luck I just had. These guys, they're agreeing to fucking tow the canoe, and I'm fucking giving them the canoe for doing it. So, diles hola de YouTube de todo. Qué suerte que tengo. Un gusto para conocerlos. De todos. Vamos adelante. Sí, arranca, pe. Van a venirlo al toque, al toque. Mira, pues. This guy's got some big ones here. Su máquina. A ver, a ver, a ver. Yes. Oh, su máquina. Es un tipo de doncella, ¿eh?
Es doncella, tigre húngaro. La doncella es
Porque bigote.
exacto.
O ese de repente pesa como 7, 8 kilos.
Así más o menos, 7, 8 kilos.
¿Cómo se llama este tipo de doncella?
Tigre húngaro.
Tigre húngaro. Well, folks, that worked out really good. Traded one canoe for one passage. I don't think the owner's going to be very happy when I tell him that we give away his canoe. But you know what? Fuck him.